These top 5 videos are scary enough on their own, but wait until I tell you more about them. Number 5. This creepy CCTV camera footage from Las Vegas catches a woman frantically trying to open a door to get away from someone. She's cornered and crying out for help while a much larger man barrels down her path, not even bothering to close the white car door behind him as he clears the yard in exactly 3 seconds. When he catches up, only disturbing events follow, and after the incident is over, the person who lives here comes back to see some plants have been knocked over. They check out the CCTV to see who did it, and to see all of the creepy things that have been happening. If you saw this, would you call the police? That woman looks to be in serious trouble, so I certainly would. I don't see a light.
Okay, I joke around 99.9% of the time, but on some real shit, I would definitely call the police or advise her on what she should do as far as trying to stay safe. Cause honey, baby girl, oh girl, I'm not letting you inside my house. There's cluckness coming after you. There's someone haul-assing after you. And you come to my house and I'm not letting you in. I'm not. Y'all can think I'm a bad person or not. There's a reason this person is coming after you. And you haul ass to my house, you're not bringing that shit to my house. Because now I'm about to be in the middle of it. I'm not. Not tonight. Or any other night. Not tonight or any other night. Not tonight or any other night. Not doing it. Not tonight or any other night. Not doing it. You saw how fast he was running? He was haul-ass. She was haul-assing too, but he was Jesus. I guess the wet rocks was that good. I'm sorry.
License plate, but I can hear a first name, Darnell. As it turns out, this first name is enough for police to identify the man and charge him in court. The final part of this story is sad. You can't see it because the windows are tinted, but in the car watching all of this unfold was their child. Number 4.
Good morning, guys. It is 6:02 a.m.
A happy 12-year-old named Linda Rogers is so excited for a cheerleading event that she hardly slept at all. Watch as she talks about a day full of exciting plans that she will sadly never get to experience.
I'm gonna get ready for the NCA, National Cheerleaders Association.
Linda is making a tutorial video on how to do her hair, just like she's seen other girls sometimes do. Maybe she would have grown up to launch a successful YouTube channel. Like anyone else her age, she thought she had plenty of time to plan her future, but she never gets the chance to leave the room. She is almost done styling her hair.
And all what's left to do is a ponytail. Straighten it, curl it, poof it, whatever, so yeah. And I still have to connect the curling iron. And I already got halfway started.
So she decides to make a trendy time-lapse video to show us how it's done. Everything is moving fast, but at 6:32 a.m., you can see she uses the curling iron on her hair and sets it back down on the table moments before her room is showered with sparks. As it turns out, her house had an undetected gas leak. A single spark from the hair iron is almost certainly what set it off. It's a terrible turn of events that nobody and her family could have seen coming. Her family has released this video to raise awareness to the public about gas leaks. So I ask that everyone in the comments please be respectful to the Rogers family. Linda did nothing more than try to do her hair before a cheerleading event. 2 other houses around the area had leaks and went up in the exact same way. Thousands of neighbors were evacuated, and the energy company responsible has since made changes to natural gas pipelines. Let's hope, for the sake of Linda's memory, that they did it right. Number 3. This is it, the scariest forest to explore in terms of ghost hunting. The location of this scary forest is far more well known than its actual name. That's because you have to go to the Romanian countryside of Transylvania to get here, the same place where the legend of Dracula began. Okay, so this place is called the Hoia Baciu Forest, and there's a good reason why not too many outsiders know about it. Locals believe that even mentioning its name is enough to curse you with a lifetime of misfortune, which is making me wish someone else narrated this video. Ask around for long enough and you might find somebody willing to tell you about a shepherd who, hundreds of years ago, went into this forest with 200 sheep to let them eat grass and never returned. Peasant villagers soon lost their lives to his vengeful spirit, and the area's haunted reputation quickly spread. As more lives were lost, the number of ghost sightings continued to grow. I'm not going to get into all of the individual haunted forest stories because there are simply too many to recall, but here are 3 scary videos taken in the woods that are worth mentioning because they help back them up. The first video was taken by a YouTuber named Bregis on July of 2014, and it shows in the center of the woods a circular clearing where absolutely no trees will grow. In fact, trees have not grown here for hundreds of years, in a perfectly symmetrical circle, and nobody knows why. Maybe this is where the shepherd and his flock all perished. Whatever happened here, there's something unholy about this area that always makes visitors nervous, and to further prove my point, in the center of this circle are 2 evenly spaced patches of dug up earth that look like they could be unmarked graves. What do you think is buried here? Videos of these woods are scary enough during the day, but exploring the cursed woods at night is even scarier. On July 29, 2017, a YouTuber named Tanner Roth thinks he's brave enough to withstand a 3 a.m. haunted forest challenge in Transylvania.
If we don't know by now, the hour between the hours of 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. is when paranormal activity happens, right? It's at a all-time high. So there's that. So and then now you add this forest, which is probably the most haunted, if not one of the hauntedest, most haunted places on earth. And you go there at 3 a.m. God himself is on your side.
Yeah, the trees start to look twisted and creepy, so they know they are close to the forest's haunted heart.
See, it's how knotted it is. These knots don't happen anywhere else outside this forest. I guess it's another way that they were saying that the forest is. Dude, it just got super cold over here.
The camera goes out of focus as if a spirit is face to face with Tanner, and a passing chill makes his nose run. In his words,
it kind of feels like we shouldn't be here right now.
Shit.
I couldn't have said it better myself, especially based on what he sees shortly thereafter.
I think you're f***ing with me. Anthony!
Tanner Roth senses something near, and so he calls out for Anthony, his camping buddy. He feels especially watched here, and look at what happens at 4 minutes and 28 seconds. No sooner does he say somebody is messing with me when an odd red light shows up. Tanner finds Anthony passed out at the campsite, cozy as can be. Anthony didn't pass the 3 a.m. haunted forest challenge, so it wasn't him. Strange glowing lights are said to be a common occurrence in this forest, and one of the reasons why locals don't dare to go near. On April 14th, 2018, a paranormal investigation team from Italy called Aspit journeys to the center of the forest in search of a scare. This is what they find close to the haunted circle.
Sì, aspetta.
Sì.
Cazzo fischiato e urlato. Sì, anch'io. Non ho mollato. Spero si sente. Baby, tienimi solo la palletta. Oddio, un urlo! Di nuovo!
It kind of sounds like a frog to me, but maybe not based on what happens next.
K2! Oh cazzo! Ci gira intorno!
As they strain their ears, they hear it again right as the K2 meter goes off, which makes it paranormal in my opinion. Sheep can make really shrill noises, so maybe it's the shepherd's wicked spirit. The pit crew runs some more experiments, such as asking the spirit to make their flashlight blink, which it does easily, and we no longer hear any animal noises at all during this time. The forest is eerily quiet. 5 minutes later, it decides to skip all of their testing and directly reveal itself.
Guarda, guarda.
Cioè, togli gli infrarotti, se no non si vede.
Lo vedi? Lo prendi?
Much to their horror and to my fascination, the light they see is remarkably similar to the light that Tanner Roth saw a year prior, except for a noticeable difference in color. They both saw a sphere of light roughly the same size in the same area, and probably therefore the same entity. The fact that two different teams from two different countries nonetheless would record the same thing is all the proof that I need to conclude that this forest is probably beyond haunted. Since the legends are apparently true, I can only imagine what the repercussions are on them for witnessing it in person, not to mention what will happen to us for seeing it on video. Number 2. 8 kids lying face down in a field looks like a situation with a sad backstory at first, but these kids are fine and are actually being quite smart. Connect them together and you'll see they form an arrow to help a police helicopter know where to look.
Oh, wow.
Across the street, the helicopter flips on some heat sensing equipment, and sure enough, these small white blips are the barely visible heat signatures of 2 men who have been going into people's homes. They probably would have gotten away if not for the quick thinking of some kids who were simply on an Easter egg hunt and never expected to get swept up in all of this. It's beyond ironic how they were searching for eggs and then helped police with a search of their own. Seriously though, how impressive of an idea was this? I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Timothy Treadwell, otherwise known as the Grizzly Man, was well known for living among bears without fear. He felt he had a strong connection with them after spending no less than 13 summers with them in an Alaskan park. You can hear real passion in his voice as he talks about his fondness for the bears.
You can just watch me here, how much I love them, how much I adore them, how respectful I am to them, how I am one of them.
But you're not. You're not one of them. You are a human being. That's an animal. Granted, we're all animals, but we are humans. They're not. They're animals. So, with that being said, it's dope and everything. It's cool that you're spending one with nature and stuff. But this is how I see it. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, okay, nowadays, I'm really skeptical on humans just being out in the wild, right, with animals and stuff. Because I feel like they can just easily just turn on you, just like real people can, and just cluck you up without no trace. But I also feel like that I feel like one human, one idiot messed it up for humanity. I feel like one human just like clucked up an animal, wildlife, and then ever since then, animals don't really just cluck with us like that. They don't bang with us like that. Now, some do. It's rare, but some do. I think for the most part, animals don't really be clucking with us like that. But, you got it. You good. you just, in the back of your mind, you just got. I feel like you just gotta think about, like, realistically, like, this bear could cluck me up at any given moment.
And how the studies they give me, the photographs, the video.
But this video becomes terrifying when you learn Timothy Treadwell and his girlfriend are talking about the same bears that would later take their lives.
See?
And with that in mind, what he says here at 1 minute and 6 seconds becomes a chilling self-prophecy. I can't tell if he's in complete denial of ever getting hurt, or if he knows it's going to happen eventually and he has come to peace with it.
I feel good about it. I feel good about myself doing it. And I want to continue. And I hope I can. I really hope I can. But if not, I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals.
I think he probably felt protected because he acts pretty confident at all times, especially here when he makes a promise that one of the bears does not let him keep.
And I promise, I'll be back.
You not, but
Watching him walk away is creepy given the context of the backstory. Sadly, neither he nor his girlfriend made it. Their clothing was later found inside the stomach of a large adult bear.
Wow.
A truly unfortunate ending to this story. Courage is what it takes to handle all of the scary videos on this countdown. We will see if you are brave enough.
big ass nostrils. Yeah, that bear one, you got that. Like, I'm all one with nature and all that, but I'm a just, for the most part, just let them animals just, like, they got that. They got that for real. And that goes with any animal. Like, even with dogs and cats, like, you just, in the back of your mind, you just got to think about, man, one day, this animal might cluck me up. Maybe not today, maybe not, in 2 months, maybe not even in 5 years, but something may click in their head to attack you full force. And I'm not with it. And story number 3, you got to be a real dumbass to go to a place like that, to that forest. And then when they did like an aerial view of the forest, of the woods, and they showed like that big ass circle where no trees grow, that's weird. That space is huge. That makes me really think, what the hell was under there? Underneath that circle, because that joint was huge. Number 4, talking about some gas leaks. That's a lawsuit right there. God damn. And then story number 5, I did not know they were together. And that makes it even much more worse, because their daughter was in the car watching. I don't know what the backstory about this was, but their daughter was watching this whole time. Like, thank God. Now, I don't know if Chills cut this video out or if CBS News cut this part of the video out, but the way he hauled ass to his girl, I don't know exactly what he did to her off camera. Or maybe it was on camera and they just cut it out, but it seemed like he clocked her up. And it kind of seemed like there's some domestic violence type going. But like, as a kid, you experiencing that, like your parents doing God knows what behind closed doors, and you see that, that's traumatizing. That can play a huge part in your life moving forward. But the way she was running away from him, and the way he was haul assing to her, I would like to know a little bit more backstory on that, because that was ridiculous. But hey, man, Shit. Wow. If y'all got kids right now, or soon to have kids, just watch what y'all do in front of y'all kid or children. Please. That's all I gotta say about that. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.